It is my pleasure this morning to introduce Ms. Eloisa Pamatmat from the Small Business Corporations. Eloy, as she's known, is from the Communications Department. So, and we will have also Ms. Janie from the Loans Department later to also answer some questions. So, uh, okay, let's get into it. Ms. Eloy, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Hello, magandang umaga po. Can I be heard clearly po? Malinaw po ba yung audio ko?
Yes, we can
Yes
hear.
po. Pasensya po sa mass. I am in the office right now. We are reporting regularly na po dito sa office. So, I would, first of all, I would like to thank the Tourism Congress of the Philippines for this opportunity. I know I've been making kulit, Sir Jojo, for the longest time na i-organize na namin ito kasi we held a few dialogues with the Tourism Congress kasi nga we are ironing out yung mga details and then yung mga gusto, meron mga request, mga special request yung ating Tourism Congress for our Cares for Travel na we hope naman po na nagawa namin ng kahit papano ng paraan. Di ba? So, ngayon po, yung ipapresent ko po na Cares for Travel para po dun sa iba na maaaring nakapanood na po ng webinar namin before, ito po ay may mga ibang features na po. So may mga this is the improved version po of the Cares for Travel. So hindi ko na patatagalin po para mas maraming oras natin mamaya sa question and answer. I will jump right through the presentation na din po. Po. Okay. So, okay. So, ang aking pong presentation ay about the Cares for Travel. So, ang ating pong Cares for Travel is in partnership with the Department of Tourism. And syempre po, ang SB Corporation is under the Department of Trade and Industry. So, ito po ay under the Bayanihan Cares Program. So, what is the Cares for Travel program? Ang Cares for Travel program is a government program that aims to assist micro, small, and medium enterprises in the tourism sector to recover from the adverse effects of the pandemic. So, katulad na nabanggit po kanina natin, yung ating pong Bayanihan to Recover as One Act or the Bayanihan 2 has directed SB Corp to expand its existing loan programs for MSMEs to include po yung ating mga industry players na medyo affected talaga ng ating pandemic. So ito po yung mga bukod sa MSMEs, yung ating mga cooperatives, hospitals, tourism, and even our OFWs who were repatriated or were forced to return due to the pandemic. So, para po sa mga hindi nakakaalam kung sino ang Small Business Corporation, kami po ay hindi bagong ahensya. Kami po ay in existence na po for 30 years. We are a humble government financial institution under the Department of Trade and Industry. Ang aming pong mandato or ang aming mandate is to help our MSMEs grow. So, balik po tayo sa Cares for Travel program. Saan po ba pwedeng gamitin ang ating Cares for Travel loan proceeds? So, ang loan proceeds natin are allowed to be utilized for number one, payroll costs kasi very important po sa atin na wag po nating madagdagan or mapasama lalo yung ating unemployment rate. So we know po that ang ating tourism is one of the major employer po sa ating bansa. So yung ating pong Cares for Travel loan can be used to pay our employees' salaries and bonuses. It can also be used to pay materials and suppliers. It can also be used to pay mortgages and rent po na related sa ating business. We know po that during the pandemic or during the lockdown period na marami po sa atin ang medyo behind sa ating mortgage payments or rent payments. So pwede rin pong gamitin yung ating Cares for Travel. And then it can also be used for utilities. Ito rin po very important. I'm sorry. Okay. Very important din po kasi most of our establishments, although nakasara tayo during the lockdown or the community quarantine, marami po sa atin yung nagpa-pile up yung ating mga bills, electricity, internet, water, yung mga ganun. So, pwede po siyang gamitin for utilities payment. And then, another important purpose din po ng loan is it can be used to create a new supportive business and even repurpose our existing business capital. So we have a few borrowers po under the Cares for Travel who were not able to use their business establishments po during the lockdown period or the community quarantine for the specific purpose na dati nilang ginagamit, like halimbawa yung ating mga travel agencies. So some of them were very creative and came up with additional business na related pa rin naman po dun sa kanilang industry para lang po in the meantime na habang wala pa mga bookings or travel bookings, pwede pa nilang gamitin yung kanilang business space for something else. So, pwede din po yon. And then, it can also be used to acquire new technologies and systems to adjust business processes for resiliency. So, we also support po yung ating mga businesses in the process po of adjusting sa ating new normal. So, kung pwede natin pa-increase po yung ating online presence or kung gusto po natin magkaroon ng app or ng online booking system, pwede rin pong gamitin yung ating Cares for Travel loan. So, what is the Cares for Travel loan? So, ang Cares for Travel loan po natin, ang ating loanable amount is from 10,000 up to 5 million. Grace period po natin is up to 24 months or 2 years. For those po na nakahiram before, I know na when the program started, it is only for ang ating grace period po ay para lang po sa isang taon or 1 year grace period. So ngayon po, with the request din po ng ating Tourism Congress and ng ating Department of Tourism, we have increased po ang ating grace period to up to 24 months or 2 years. So wala pa rin po tayong interest at wala po tayong collateral. So who are eligible to apply for the Cares for Travel? So Cares for Travel is for businesses operating for at least 1 year as of loan application date. So ito rin po, bago din po, this is an improvement to our guidelines din po. Before po, ang aming threshold dito is at least 1 year before the community quarantine started. So kailangan 1 year as of March 2020. So ito po ay adjusted na po. So ang ating pong mga qualified to borrow are those operating for at least 1 year as of loan application date. So yung mga ating po mga businesses so started in last year po, o first, second quarter, they can now borrow from the program na po. So kailangan din po, we are accredited by the Department of Tourism because we require po our accreditation number dun sa ating loan application. And then the borrower must be the registered business owner para sa sole proprietorship. Yung ating authorized loan applicant naman po for partnership is the managing director and the president and CEO for corporations. So, very important po, kailangan wala pong unresolved major negative credit findings yung ating enterprise and yung ating business owner. So, both the business po and the business owner is subjected to a credit investigation. So, how much is the loanable amount in Cares for Travel? So, ang ating pong Cares for Travel has 2 tracks. The first track po is for those loan applicants with BIR file financial statements. So, yung ating second track naman po is for those naman po na hindi magsasubmit ng kanilang BIR file financial statements. So, para doon po sa mag-a-apply using their BIR file financial statements, ang ating pong maximum loanable amount is up to 5 million for medium enterprises. When we say medium enterprises, ito po yung ating mga businesses na may asset size na more than 15 million up to 100 million. So hanggang 100 million po ang asset size. Excluding po ito ng value ng land natin. So ito pong mga medium enterprises, pwede po silang makiram up to 5 million. Ang ating small enterprises or those businesses with asset size of more than 3 million but less than 15 million, they can borrow up to 3 million. And then ang micro po natin, ito yung ating maliliit na negosyo, who have asset size from up to 3 million, they can borrow up to 600,000. So ito po, meron po tayong threshold dito. Ang ating pong loanable amount must not exceed 15% of annual sales and 20% of asset size, whichever is higher. So ito rin po ay bago rin po ito. Before po, when we start the program, ang aming pong guidelines dito is whichever is lower between the 15% annual sales and the 20% asset size. So ngayon po, para po mas malaki yung ating mga maihiram or yung ating mga loanable amount, para mas malaki po yung ating mga magiging loanable amount, we have changed these to whichever is higher. So kung ano po ang mas mataas sa ating 15% ng annual sales and 20% of asset, yun na po yung ating magiging loanable amount. This is based on our 2018 or 2019 financial statements. So para naman po dun sa mga walang BIR filed financial statement, so pwede pa rin naman po manghiram sa Cares for Travel. The only difference is medyo mas maliit po yung ating magiging loanable amount. So ang ating pong for businesses with asset size of up to 1 million, ang kanila pong maximum loanable amount is 200,000 lang. So nandito po yung ating minimum loanable amount of 10,000 for businesses with asset size of 50,000. So ano po ang magiging basis actually nito? Kasi kung hindi tayo magsasabit ng BIR filed financial statement, paano malalaman ang asset size? So the system po will require you to submit 3 photos and a 1-minute video po na nagpapakita ng ating business assets po. So doon po natin ibabase kung magkano yung ating magiging loanable amount. So how much is the service fee? Again, wala po tayong interest. So ang ating pong Cares for Travel ay interest-free. What we charge po is a one-time front-end na service fee na ano po, automatically deducted from our loan proceeds. So ito po, when we get our loan proceeds po, nabawas na po doon yung ating service fee. One time lang po yon. It's for the whole term na po ng loan. So for our loan term po na may 6 to 12 months, ang ating service fee ay 4%. For loan terms po ng 18 to 24 months, it's 6%. 30 to 36 months, it's 7.5%. And kung maximum po yung ating loan term of up to 48 months, ang ating pong service fee is 8%. Again, this is one time lang po. Front end na po ito. So, and automatically deducted na po sa ating loan proceeds. So how long is the grace period? So ang ating pong grace period, katulad na nabanggit ko, it is up to 24 months. So loan term po natin is maximum of 48 months or multiple of 6 months starting for a minimum of 6 months. So including the grace period. So ang ating grace period naman po shall not exceed 50% of our loan term. Ibig sabihin kung gusto po natin ng 24 months siguro na loan na grace period, we have to avail of the 48 months po na loan term kasi kailangan 50, hindi po siya mag-exceed ng 50% po ng ating loan term. So, paano mag-apply? How do we apply for the Cares for Travel? So, para po dun sa may mga BIR filed financial statements, you only need to submit yung ating 2018 or 2019 BIR filed financial statements. When we say BIR filed financial statement po, we mean our 1701 for single proprietorship or 1702 po per corporation. So kailangan din po yung ating income statement and balance sheet. So yun po, ito pong tatlong dokumento, treated as one document, you need to submit it po to the online portal. We also need a photo of your government issued ID and a photo of your bank account or electronic money account. So ito po ay proof of bank account lang po. So what we need po is a photo po ng inyong bank account or proof of bank account na clearly showing po yung account name and account number. And then for corporation, kailangan po natin ng corporate secretary certificate for partnership and corporations. So para naman po sa mga walang BIR file financial statement, katulad po na nabanggit ko, you also need to submit your government issued ID, a photo of your government issued ID, and then your bank account or electronic money account. We also need, kapalit po ng ating BIR file financial statement, you need to submit your 2019 and 2020 barangay or mayor's business permit. And then we need to submit po 3 photos ng ating business showing the assets po and the financial condition of our business and a 1-minute video na ganun din po yung pinapakita, the financial condition and the assets of the business. And then, of course, the corporate secretary certificate for partnership and corporations. So, yung ating pong corporate secretary certificate, meron po tayo ditong format po na available on the system. So, what's inside this secretary certificate, ito lang po meron lang po siyang ini-indicate niya po yung ating pong CEO o president or our managing director, the name of the managing director or the CEO and president, and authorizing him to apply for a loan from SB Corp. So yun lang naman po yung laman ng Secretary Certificate. So, paano tayo mag-a-apply? So, lahat po yung nabanggit ko na requirement and our application must be lodged po through this portal. So, kung meron po kayong mga computer right now, you can try this portal po. It's www.bayanihancares.ph. So, dyan po tayo mag-a-apply. So, para po sa mga new applicants po or if you're new with us, you need to create a new account. So, you need to click the green button po, create a new account. And immediately you will be directed to this page po to create your account. So you need to complete the personal information required and then make sure that you have a current and active email address. So very important po yung information dito, yung ating mobile number and ang ating email address. Kailangan po yung ating mobile number ay active at yung ating pong email address is active and current din po. Ibig sabihin, nagagamit or nabubuksan po ni borrower. So once inputted, you create a new account. And this is the reason po why very important po yung ating email address. So you need to open your email po and check for the system-generated verification link. Ito po ipapadala automatic ng system once you click po the create new account. And then you need to verify your email. So you need to click on the blue button, the verify email button, and directly po tayo redirect dito sa pre-registration step. So you just need to complete the information required and click next. And then you are now ready to apply for a loan. So on the system, you need to click the apply for a loan. And ito very important po para po ma-enjoy natin yung mga sinabi ko kanina na additional perks po for our Cares for Travel program, yung ating pong 24 months na grace period, yung ating whichever is higher na between the sales and the asset, kailangan dito po tayo papasok sa tourism. So you need to click on the tourism button. Kasi kung sa regular business po tayo papasok, hindi po natin may enjoy yung mga additional po na perks ng ating Cares for Travel program. So you click the tourism button and then you will be automatically requested to input your DOT accreditation number. So dito po i-input natin yung ating DOT accreditation number and then submit. And then ito po yung bakit importante yung ating mobile number because the system po will automatically send po a 6-digit PIN on our registered mobile number. So you need to input the 6-digit and then click next and then you are now ready to apply po. So the system will ask you po if you are going to submit or if you do have your financial statements. So if yes, pwede na po nating i-attach dito sa page na ito yung ating 2019 and 2018 financial statements. And then kung wala naman po tayong FS, we are going to submit dito po yung ating photos and videos po as required po. Yung ating photo ng signage, photo ng inventories, and then fixed assets, and then a 1-minute video. Yung ating pong 1-minute video po, ito po ay video ni borrower talking about yung kanyang business, yung kanyang products, yung kanyang mga clients, monthly income, monthly sales, and the number of employees. So yun po yung mga medyo importanteng mga information na kailangan isama dun sa ating video. And then we will attach that video here and then submit. And then we are ready to submit our application finally. So ito na po siya. So we need to read through the confirmation waiver and click I agree and then submit our application. So we need to wait for the complete loan application form to appear. So you may download these documents. This also serves as a confirmation that your loan application was successfully submitted. So kung hindi po mag-appear ito sa ating screen when we were doing our application, ibig sabihin hindi pa po successfully submitted yung ating application yung ating loan application. So you need to be sure po na mada-download natin ito para assured po tayo na tayo ay successfully nakapag-submit ng application. And then once the application is submitted, your loan application will go through the following assessment stages. Yung una pong stage natin is the credit information assessment. So dito po sa stage na ito, ang ating pong loan application will be subjected to a credit investigation. Both the borrower and the enterprise po will be subjected to a credit investigation. At pag pumasa po tayo dyan, we will pass through the next stage po, which is the business information assessment. Sa stage po na ito, ang ating po mga account officers will check po the validity and the correctness of our attachments, yung ating mga submit na requirements, kung kompleto po ba, kung tama, and then kung yun pong ating mga in-input na information sa ating loan application is correct or valid. And then pagkatapos po nun, we will move to the financial performance assessment naman po. Sa stage na ito, ang ating pong account officers will check our financial statement. Sila po yung kukuha ng ating asset size, and then yung ating sales, and then input it into the on system na automatically compute po for our loanable amount. Para naman po doon sa nagsabit ng mga videos at saka mga photos, sila din po yung nag-view ng mga photos and videos na ito para po ma-assess nila yung ating value ng assets. And from there po, mag-assign din po sila ng ating loanable amount. So, at this stage din po, sila din po yung mag-approve ng ating loanable amount. And then, mapupunta na po tayo sa loan releasing. Sa ating loan releasing naman po, you will be contacted by our loan releasing team para po sa inyong online signing. So, ipapadala po sa inyo yung inyong mga loan documents. You do not need to go to our offices po. You can sign it at the comfort of your home. Pwede po nating, you just need your smartphone po to be able to sign po the loan document. So, i-assist naman po nila kayo step by step on how to sign your loan documents. And then, at every stage po ng ating assessment, makaka-receive po si borrower ng email regarding the results po of each stage. So how will you get your loan proceeds? Ang ating pong loan proceeds can be transferred po to any land bank account. Kung meron po tayong land bank account, it can be through fund transfer, and then through via InstaPay or PesoNet for other banks, electronic money account like GCash or Paymaya, and then Cebuana Luwider po for others. So how do you pay for a loan? For loans po more than 100,000, we require po post-dated checks upon release po ng loan natin. So magsasubmit po tayo ng post-dated checks. For others naman po, they can pay for through bank deposit to any land bank branch, a land bank link Peace portal for online payments, Bayad Center, and then Palawan Pawn Shop po. Not the Palawan Express branches, Palawan Pawn Shop lang po. And then, so where can you seek assistance for your loan application? If you need help po, we have a call center. Nandun po yung number sa screen. You can also chat with us through our Facebook page. We also have a consumer protection unit. You can email us. And then our website po is www.sbcorp.gov.ph. You can also chat with us there. And kung gusto niyo naman po yung ating mga medyo malalayo po na gusto ng assistance or medyo technology challenge po tayo, and we are having problems with the online application. We have SB Corp offices po in a number of provinces, 60 plus provinces actually. And nandyan po yung ating directory. You can also check our website, nandun po yung directory ng aming mga offices. And then you can also visit any BPI Negosyo Center po for assistance. So I would just like to show po, this is as of July 23, 8:10 a.m. So ang atin pong applications received for Cares for Travel is 777. Ang ating pong applications approved is 444. So yung difference po niyan, yun po yung on process, yung currently under BIA and credit assessment. So under business information assessment and credit assessment po yung mga in between yan. Or meron din naman po kasi yung mga nadi-disapprove na loans. So yun po, it's either that. Pero very minimal po. The last time I checked, para mga 77 lang po yung applications na disapproved out of the applications received. And then we have already released 373 applications po. Total nun po ay 157 million. So kita po natin, medyo maliit po talaga yung uptake po ng ating Cares for Travel. Sana po medyo ma-improve natin siya in the coming days. As to performance naman po, pinakamarami pa rin po ang NCR, and then ang Mimaropa natin. Kasi andito dahil yung Palawan po natin, medyo ano din po siya. And then Western Visayas and ito po, Calabarzon. Yun po yung mga major natin. Medyo mararami yung applications nila. And, ay, wait lang. Ayan. So, pakita ko lang din po ito. We also conduct our for travel marketing activities. We have published a few success stories po from our Cares for Travel applicants. So, parang meron na kaming 3 issues po of our Cares for Travel na stories po from our successful applicants. So, ayan. So, ito yung latest natin, June 30, 2020. And we also actually we also guest them sa ating ratio na negosyo at iba pa. So parang we hold 1 month po, parang 4 episodes. Wala lang yung isa dito kasi parang latest hindi pa namin nakuha yung recording, pero we also invite them to guest po sa aming show po ng DTI na negosyo at iba pa. Every Wednesdays po ito. And yun na po yung aking presentation. I wish like to leave you with this quote. Businesses survive not because the companies are good, but because the entrepreneurs do not give up. So wag po tayong mag-give up. We hope that the Cares for Travel will be able to help you sustain your business and restart po our business po amidst the pandemic. So, ang aming pong Small Business Corporation is celebrating its 30 years this July. We just celebrated 30 years last Friday po. So, yun po ang aming anniversary month. And then, I would also like to share po with you a video. It's testimonial video po from our Cares for Travel borrowers.
In terms of clients that we cater, minsan may tour kami na 34 buses in one day. Aside sa travel, marami kaming tickets na nabibenta because we are also an authorized to-go ticketing office. Aside from airline, may to-go travel ka. Ganun siya karaming kinikater, kaya masaya before the pandemic.
Sa aking negosyo, ang pinaka mabenta ay during the months of March, April, May. Kasi po, yan ay bakasyon, graduation, reunion, kasalan, at marami ring mga tourist na galing sa ibang bansa dahil po summer, may botanding season.
Dahil nagalaw namin yung savings namin, of course, nagde-deplete yung aming savings. So dumating si Bayanihan Cares, kumbaga na-replenish siya, and then we have paid our liabilities, our obligations, especially to continue yung salary ng staff. And at the same time, we were able to create another program for our client then. We are now marketing a virtual internship program for our school clients. So nagamit namin yon kasi syempre for resources, okay, in partnership with other hotels, establishments, yun. We're able to use that fund. Until now, we're using it.
Nagawa kami ngayon ng food delivery service kasi nauso bagga yung food delivery. Nagluluto kami, nagpapa-order online. Yun ang ginamit namin paraan para yung wala kang agam-agam na hindi ka na makakapasok bukas dahil sarado ang pinapasukan mo. So, may cook, may tumutulong sa pagluluto, tumutulong sa pag-arrange kasi delivery. Doon ko ginamit ang nilon ko sa Bayanihan Cares for tourism. Every day is a new beginning. Every day is a blessing. Every day, whenever you get up, you can do something to improve your difficult situation yesterday.
We would like to thank the people behind the SB Corp Bayanihan Cares program. The government appreciates the contribution of the tourism industry in our Philippine economy. So kasi naisip nilang tulungan kami, no? And it's a very big help for all of us.
Okay, that's it po. And I am now ready to answer your questions po.
Well, thank you, Miss Eloy. Thank you for the update. And I'm sure most of the participants are eager to ask their question, especially available loans. So napakadali, 24 months, zero interest. Ano pa yung mga credit card na 6 months lang. Anyway, for our first question, I mean, let me start the Q&A form. Most of the procedure, the process is done online, di ba? But is there a hotline that they can call for verification? So we know naman along the way, pag-submit ng mga requirements online, may mga konting queries yung mga applicants. So may hotline ba ang SB Corp?
Yes po. Meron tayong 8651-3333. Yun po yung hotline namin. Or you can call us po sa office. It's 7511-888. Pa-connect lang po kayo sa comms department po. Sa communications department. Kami po yun. We will answer your queries po. Kami ni Janie. So, i-type na lang po ni Janie siguro kasi yung aking colleague po dito. She can type po the numbers sa chat box po para mas matandaan po natin. Ayan, she's doing it now.
Okay, thank you. So, definitely magiging busy kayo over the next coming days.
Really busy.
Eloy and Janie.
We welcome that po. We welcome that. Marami na po kasi we also conduct seminars for the OT every month. So talaga pong yung aming tourism po, we give our office numbers po para kami na lang po yung mag-assist sa kanila. Special po yun para sa tourism. So you can call us po sa office. Nandun yung number, 751-8888.
888. Okay, thank you. Anyway, meron question tayo from Shamgar Travel. Hi, good morning. Question po. 2019 nag-start ang business ko, travel agency. Kaya po ang aking ITRFS available 2019 and 2020 filed to BIR. Possible po kayang mag-apply? Thank you.
Yes po, pwede po. Pwede naman po yun. Kasi actually, or naman po yun. So, kaya po kami nagre-require ng 2019 and 2018 kasi yun yung, we are sure na yun yung magaganda. Yung figures, yung 2018 and 2019 natin. Kasi yung 2020, we're sure na talagang medyo pangit po yung lalabas na figures sa ating FS. So, kung meron po kayong 2019, pwede naman po yun i-submit. And your 2020 po. Pero ang magiging basis po ng ating loan would be yung 2019, kung ano yung mas maganda pong FS. Doon po tayo magko-compute po.
Another question. If, let's say na meron ka ng previously approved loan, pwede pa bang mag-second round? Let's say you applied for 3 million. Medyo nabawasan. Naging 1.5 lang ang nag-grant. Pwede pa bang i-reapply yung remaining?
Yes po, pwede po tayong mag-apply.
Yun.
Kaya nga po sabi ko, tingnan si Sir Jojo. Kung po pwede. Pwede po. As long as meron pa po tayong loanable amount. Di ba nag-change nga po tayo from whichever is lower to whichever is higher. So kung dati po, wala na tayong loanable amount dahil nasagad natin yung whichever is lower, dahil po nagbago yung ating guidelines, you can borrow po what's available po doon sa ating loan limit na whichever is higher. So pwede pa po tayo ng additional loan.
Or kung mabayaran nila, they can avail of a second yung full amount.
Okay.
After 24 months, let's say.
Okay naman po yan. Pero hindi naman po kailangan na mabayaran natin yung first loan natin before we can borrow for additional. Pwede na po tayo mag-apply for additional loan po. As long as hindi pa po natin na-maximize yung loanable amount natin.
Okay, ito isa pa from Gina Amador. And tour guides avail of this program. Most do not have BIR files, but they are registered with the LGU.
Yun lang po yung ano natin, no? Kasi po actually, sir, yun din po yung aming concern. Yung ating pong mga tour guides, individual po kasi yan eh. So, hindi po siya considered as a business establishment. So, kailangan po kasi natin, pero kung halimbawa po, they are organized into a co-op, for example, or an organization na meron silang juridical identity, so they can borrow po as a group po, or as a corporation, or as a cooperative, pwede po yun. As to individual po, kasi kailangan po natin ng permits eh. We need the barangay, at least the barangay or the mayor's permit. So talagang yun po yung magiging natin, problema doon kung hindi po sila makakapag-produce ng requirements na ganon. At least a barangay business permit.
So kailangan registered business
yes,
entity
sir,
or nakalink sa cooperative.
Po, sa barangay level po. Kung tayo po ay registered business sa barangay level, pwede naman po. Pwede tayong mag-apply. We can submit our barangay business permit po.
Ito from Carmelita Reyes. Good AM po. Kapag na-pass yung notice sa loan, kailan po ma-receive ito? I guess parang if the documents yata have been submitted.
Okay. Na-pass niya na po yung application or naka-receive na po siya ng approval notification kaya? Ano po kaya doon? Kasi once approved po, mabilis po yung approval natin eh. So once submitted po, you can receive already a notification if approve yung loan nyo in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, ganyan. Approval po yon. Ang next hurdle po natin would be the releasing. Po tayo may hurdle talaga. We apologize talaga kung medyo may problema tayo doon kasi nga po marami po ang volume na pumapasok na for releasing. So these are bank transfers, yung ating mga sinisibuan na luwiler, and then isa-isa po kasi itong tinatawagan para mag-e-sign. So may schedule po talaga. Nakapila po talaga tayo sa releasing. So may queuing po talaga ito. So yun, medyo patience lang po tayo doon. Pero at least approved na po tayo. Yung approval po natin in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, meron po tayong approval talaga na matatanggap. Kung kompleto po yung ating mga requirements. Ang nagpapatagal lang po talaga yung meron tayong credit findings, tapos hihingi pa po kayo ng parang certification sa bangko nyo na hindi pala kayo yon or na nabayaran nyo na yung loan na yon. Yung mga ganun po yung medyo magtatagal po tayo kasi magre-resubmit po tayo ng requirements. Pero as to kompleto po yung documentation natin, mabilis po yung approval natin at nagdidepende din po sa loanable amount. Kasi kung medyo malaki-laki po yung loan natin, mga 5 million, nagki-credit committee po kasi ito. So medyo maghihintay po tayo ng schedule. Natango si Sir Jojo. Yun po, may waiting po talaga tayo pagka medyo malaki yung loan. Kasi nagki-credit committee po to.
Ano yung malaki? Nasa million na ba yun? O nasa...
Meron po tayong data security. Meron po tayong data security po. So hindi po pwede yan. So yun. Yun lang po yung medyo magpapatagal. Yung amount ng loan, kung mas malaki po siya, medyo matagal. Pero kung mga 2 million below, actually 1 million below, mabilis lang po yan ma-approve kasi credit committee. And then, yun po kasi medyo malaki, yung more than that, ibino-board pa po kasi yun. So once approved ng board, saka po lang mapaprocess yung ating loan. Pero all the rest po, yung mga 1 million below, kayang-kaya po yan ng approval in 2-3 weeks. Yun lang nga po, releasing. Yung crediting po, yung medyo mag-wait po tayo ng konti. Intay-intay po.
Maybe I can add to the question, no, Miss Eloy. Once you, let's say, na-upload mo na yung e-documents mo, no? I mean, yung e-signatures and everything. From that point, when you get the notice that it has already been received, ano yung waiting time mo ngayon for the actual release of the proceeds or the transfer to your accounts, no? I have another friend, another stakeholder na after 3 days, na-upload na niya yung lahat ng documents sa kailangan, she was called to submit, I think, the post-dated checks and the original check cert sa
Yes po.
then sa main office. So it was about 3-4 days lang.
Mhm.
So hindi ko pa siya natatanong actually kung kailan yung actual na transfer ng funds doon sa bank nila. So maybe that's also part of the previous question that they were asking.
Yun po. So, yung answer, yun nga po yung binanggit ko kanina na medyo hindi po ako makapagbigay ng time
Yeah.
frame from the
Okay.
submission po ng, di ba tama po kayo na once approved po, tatawagan kayo para mag-e-sign. So, pag
Yeah.
nakapag-e-sign kayo, kung malaki po yung ating loan, pinag-i-issue po tayo ng post-dated checks
Yes.
and the original copy of your check certificate.
Mhm.
So, isasabihin niyo po dito sa office. So, after nun, saka po mapapadala yung inyong loan releasing sa aming treasury. So sila po yung magre-release nun. So pipila po siya doon, sir. So
Okay.
opo, 1 week po siguro or 2 weeks after
Yeah.
signing, sana
Yeah.
po kaya naman po yun ng ganun. Opo.
Yeah. I remember yung first time kasi mabilis talaga. I think it was just 1 week lang na-release na kagad. So
Opo.
maybe with the
Kapag
added
po kami ganun sa ganun, sir, medyo nakakahabol na po kami. Nagkaroon lang po kami ng 2 weeks na ano po, kasi alam niyo naman po yung problema ng sa office kami, di ba? Pag may nag-positive,
yeah. Oh
mag
yes.
physical operation. So, ganun po kasi. So, we cannot do the releasing po kasi has to be done here. So,
Okay.
pagka na quarantine yung buong unit, so wala po
Mm-mm.
tayong gano'n. So, may mga issue, may mga ganun din po kasi kami experiences. So, hindi po
Mm-mm.
maiiwasan talaga po. Opo.
Mm-mm. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ito from PCCI Pagadian, si Hazel. Good morning. Are the loan applications for proposed tourism projects as mentioned in past webinars are still being processed? What's the maximum loanable amount? I think yung maximum nasabi na.
5 million po. Opo.
So yung I think yung sa past webinars ba may yung mga pending ba pino-process pa ba?
Ano po kaya
Yun ang question.
ibig sabihin ni ma'am?
Parang
Pero so far continuous po ang ating processing. Actually po, yung ating pong, di ba po yung sa batas, meron tayong 10 billion supposed to be. Ang na-release po sa FD Corp is only 8 billion. So hinati po natin yan for regular business and then sa tourism. Kasi 8 lang po siya, so tig 4. Yung aming pong regular business, na-use up na po namin. We have already released almost 5 billion na po for regular, for all other industries. So ang natitira po naming budget is majority for tourism. So yun po yung aming wino-work ngayon na ma-utilize siya up to the end of the year, yung ating remaining po for tourism. So parang mga ano na lang po siya. 3 billion lata, parang ganon. Parang 2 point something. Yun po. So tuloy-tuloy po yung ating yung processing, hindi po naman po siya tumitigil. Hindi po porque nag-expire po yung ating bayanihan act, hindi na po available yung pondo para sa Cares for Travel or sa bayanihan cares. Tuloy-tuloy lang po.
so I guess talagang naka-separate for the tourism industry, no? And ang key is yung tourism accreditation.
Yes, sir. Actually, si Secretary Berna has already approved po na ipahiram muna yung 1.5 billion out of the tourism budget na 4. So, yung 1.5 pinahiram po niya muna sa regular business para magamit po namin doon. Kasi medyo slow pa nga po yung take-up ng tourism. Pero ibabalik po namin yon yung 1.5 na yon. Pag nag-take off po yung ating tourism at marami na po yung naglo-loan, ibabalik po namin yung 1.5. Hiniram lang po namin kasi wala na pong budget yung regular, yung ating pong other industries po. Kasi nasa 5 billion na po yata kaming mahigit sa regular. So, yun.
Narinig ko yun, nandun ako sa meeting nung nangyari yun. So,
hiram lang na.
nangako naman si Secretary Lopez na ibabalik.
Isasali po namin. Opo. Opo. Kasi nahihirapan po kami doon sa mga, marami pa po kasing mga, meron pa kaming heroes, yung ating OFW, tuloy yung training nila. So baka mamaya wala kaming magpahiram. So, So, yun po. So, hiniram mo lang
Ito,
po. Pero isusoli po yun.
ito naman yung, well, from Julie Lauro, no, of Luis Bay Travel. Tiga-Coron sila, so they're asking, meron po bang mobile number? Kasi yung hotline yata parang landline. No? So is there a mobile number they can call kung they want to clarify some?
Yes, sir. May mobile number po yung ano namin, yung aming call center. Hanapin lang po namin and we will post po sa chat box. Pakiabangan na lang po. May mobile number po yung aming call center, sir.
Anyways, mga members natin, we will be uploading yung mga hotline numbers and they include mobile numbers for everyone. No? So kung may mga queries kayo. And whatever files or the presentation yata, i-upload it.
Yes.
There's another question from Elsa Arevalo. I tried to avail but no response yet. Just want to follow up. Thank you. So ito, I guess, ito yung sigurong baka kailangan na nga through the hotline. So I don't know, you may have
Tawag
other...
po kayo sa office namin, ma'am. Assist po namin kayo. Or you can email us. We will put our email addresses din po dito so we can assist you po. On ano, we just need your application applicant name and the business name po. You can email us the information and we will respond po to your inquiry po.
Yun. Meron ding follow-up answer si Jamie, no, to Miss Elsa.
Yes.
Kindly email daw direct yung message sa kanya, yung name of borrower para ma-check.
So we can check
so
po.
bilis-bilis. Baka bukas may check na yun. Okay, ito from Ego Cruz at Best Travel. We are approved for release last May 27, but until now, there's no loan release happening. What will be the next step now?
Okay, sir. Nasaan ba si Sir? Si Sir Ego Cruz, sir. Ganun din po, sir. Can we get your borrower name? Tapos we can check right now po. Actually, we can check po with our loan releasing team kung ano pong status nito. Release. Sir, nakapag-sign na po kaya siya? Sir Ego, nandiyan po kaya siya? Pwede po kaya matanong kung nakapag-sign na siya ng loan documents?
Yun.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep, please feel free to unmute kung ano, if you want to answer the question. Yeah. Sir Igo?
Sir Igo?
Baka naka-mute.
Nakapag-sign na po kaya sila, sir?
Naka-mute siya. Yun. Okay.
Yes, nakapag-sign na po.
Ay,
Nakapagpasa
nakapag-sign
na rin
na
po
kayo, sir? Nakapag-sign ng post-dated.
pati yung check po na ipasa na rin po namin, post-dated check.
Sige, sir. Ipa-follow up po namin to. Sir, can you email me po? Nandyan yung email ko, sir. Email ko at saka ni Jamie. We will follow up this. We will follow up po for you and we'll reply to you within the day po.
Okay. Actually, nag-email na po ako last nung yung with the webinar po ng TPB. That was July 15.
Okay.
Bali, wala pa pong ano po.
Travel Best, parang familiar.
Best po.
Travel Best. Sir, sa inyo, ano pong pangalan ng ano nyo, ng borrower po? Full name, sir.
Rodrigo Cruz po.
Sige, sir. You can check.
Kine-check agad ni Miss Elo.
Oo, meron po kasi ako. Sorry. We can give you an
Sa bank account ni Jojo napunta. Anyway, they will check.
We will check po, sir. We will message you po kung ano po.
Nag-reply na rin si Janie kay Igo, no? So I think nakuha na niya yung email. So Igo, rest assured, may update sa'yo ang SB Corp as soon as possible time.
Sige po, thank you po. Thank you.
Your email already.
Ito naman from Lisa Anjunan. If nakapag-operate lang po for a little over 1 year, no? 2019 to March 2020, kasi no business po since then, pwede pa ba siyang mag-loan para maka-reopen? I guess yun yung ano nga, para maka-reopen. Pwede ba yun?
Ano po, so 2019 po siya nag-open. So,
Oo,
tapos wrap up
2019 March
March.
hanggang 2020. So, pero siyempre nag-decline na yung business
Opo.
by year
During that
2020. No? So I guess yung kanyang FS or anything. So pwede ba yun? Yung mga first launch, she has the proper
Opo,
accreditation.
as long as naka 1 year po tayo sa business. So may proof po tayo na 1 year yung ating business. So you can submit po your 2019 documents po, yung ating, kung may FS po tayo, yung 2019. At kung wala naman po tayong FS, yung mayor's permit po natin, pwede po yung 2019 and 2020. Pwede po yun. Submit as requirement po. Pwede po. As long as may proof po tayo na at least 1 year na po yung ating business.
So wala na sa chat box. Meron pa bang baka yung iba, you can just raise your hand or ano.
Yeah.
Diretso na.
Kung may mga tanong, may raise hand function na
Raise
tayo.
hand na lang.
You can raise hand. Miss Lisa, maybe you have an add-on question. Please feel free to unmute and ask our guest directly. No?
Ito may isa pa.
Yes.
From Lakbay Kabayan. Na-release na po sa amin yung loan. Pwede po ba palitan ang PDC? Submitted PDC. Nagka-problema kasi yung checking account namin. Yun.
Sir, pwede naman po, just let us know po. Kailangan lang po tayong sumulat formally po sa aming financing sector. You can also send the email to us, yung letter niyo po, and we will forward it po to the concerned department po para po ma-assist kayo on that.
I guess this has to be done bago mag-mature yung check.
Or post-dated check, pwede naman po yun. Kailangan po,
ito
email
naman
po kayo kaagad kasi baka po mamaya ma-deposito na po yung check nyo, magka-problema po tayo. So as soon as possible po, sir, ma'am, ano po, pa-email, pa-send na po ng letter request po.
Ito from Galaxy 8. Hi ma'am, question po. Meron kaming application last 2020, so last year, with reference BIR/SSS under SB Cares. Pero wala pa po update after.
Oh ma'am, yan po kaming application.
Baka yung nagtanong yan, Albert, baka gustong mag-unmute and ask the question directly para maliwanag.
Lakbay Kabayan, baka pwedeng pa-unmute na lang. Medyo mas Are you still here?
Galaxy A10.
Galaxy A?
With reference, parang iba po yung reference number.
Oo nga.
Hindi po ganyan yung reference number namin. SSS po ito. BIR-SSS.
BIR-SSS daw.
Oo. Baka po ano to, yung SSS na grant or something. Hindi po.
Oo. Baka nandyan si...
Iba po yung code ng...
Sounds like kasi SB, SSS, napunta.
SB.
I think hindi siya on board, no?
Wala na. Okay. We have a question from Swart Lisa.
Sir Joe, can we entertain Sir Alex raising his hand, Sir Joe? And Alex Abogado.
Okay, yes. And then next question natin kay si Mr. Abogado and then Swart Lisa after that.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning po. Alex Abogado here from Light Miles Travel. May question pa ako kasi nag-file po kami ng loan ng pangalawa na po ngayon. Bale, may compliance lang. Nag-submit na po ako ng mga requirements pero may nag-ano sa akin si SBC dun sa application. Bale, nag-reply siya yung may mga for compliance pa. Yung po bang certificate na dati kasi na pinagawa namin, no, sinabit ng una, pwede pa bang magamit ulit yun? Kasi yun na lang po yung kulang ko.
Actually, pwede naman po, sir, kung wala naman pong changes sa signatory ng loan.
Wala naman po. Hindi ko lang alam bakit
If I If I may, Miss Eloy, ako when I did my second application, I was requested to submit a new
New
check
po,
cert.
oo.
Oo.
Pero sir, ano na po yun, di ba? When sa releasing na po yun, yung original copy? Or new talaga siya?
No, I think what they're talking about is a new sex cert for the second application. Yung sex cert na ginamit doon sa unang application, I think is just for the first. Yung sa
Oh,
second, panibago na naman. So,
nag-require sila ng bago pala.
yeah. So
Okay.
I had to do a new one.
Ang
I had
ATOD
to,
po, yung original lang yung hiningi nila for releasing. Sorry
for
po.
releasing lang yon. But for
Or also the
applications for second, I think kailangan ng bagong
assessor.
kailangan ng
Opo,
bagong
opo.
section.
Baka po kasi, di ba po yung parang notaryo nun, kailangan siguro updated siya. So, yun po
Baka.
siguro yung
Yeah.
objective nila. Sorry, opo sir, yun po pala, kailangan po pala na bago. So, um, you can always, perehas naman po ata yung laman sir, pa notarize ka na lang ng bago,
Sige
sir.
ma'am, papagawa na lang po ako ng bago.
Opo,
Salamat.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you po.
The next question was si Swart Lisa. If you can unmute, please go ahead and ask your question. Lisa. Okay. Lisa, are you still with us? Okay. Okay. While we're waiting for Lisa, one thing
Lisa.
one thing I wanted to take up with Miss Eloy also, no. I think during one of our meetings, I think it was mentioned na I think si President Kakanando pa yata ang nag-mention na there were some companies that were disapproved for the loan because they submitted documents that were hindi naman natin sabihin fake pero parang
Yes
hindi
po.
genuine, no? So
Yes
maybe
po.
that's something you want to emphasize also to our listeners.
Yes po, opo. Actually, kaya nga po kayo nagkaroon ng hold for at least para mga 2 weeks dun sa aming releasing kasi kailangan i-revalidate po lahat yung ating mga for release. Kasi nga po, we need to check po yung kanilang documents if they are correct or valid po. Kasi meron po kaming experience na some have submitted po financial statements that are over parang yung mga kanilang mga figures po are really inflated po. So dahil system generated po yung ating loanable amount, we input the asset and the sales, nag-automatic compute siya. So marami pong mga na-approve ng loan using fake or or hindi naman fake na, sabihin natin na hindi na FS na nag-i-indicate po ng medyo mataas po ng mga sales and assets. Kasi alam na po ng iba na kailangan mataas ang sales and assets para makapag-loan ng mataas. So, naduduktor po nila yung kanilang financial statements. So, yun po yung naging nun. So, ngayon po, chine-check na po siya. So, medyo, yun nga rin po yung reason kung bakit medyo matatagalan yung mga releases natin. Kasi chine-check po, ina-validate ng po ngayon sa isa yung ating mga loan yung ating mga FS. So, yun po yung niya. And, meron na po kaming final na kaso, estafa for a number of applicants na din po. So, sana po, yun po yung namin na, and then, actually, another po is, wag po tayong share ng ating passwords, ng ating email, at saka ng ating mga information sa mga ibang tao. So, wag na po tayo magbayad ng fixers. Kasi actually,
Yes.
ang pinag-ugatan po nito is meron po tayo mga applicants na nagbabayad ng fixer to apply for them. So, opo, so yung mga fixers po, they are the ones who fabricated these documents po for the applicant. So, for a fee, 10% yata ng loanable amount.
Yeah.
So, yun. So, yun po, very po tayo. So, wag po sana natin kasi as much as possible, we want to give the loan dun po sa mga talaga, sa mga legit natin na mga businesses at saka yung mga deserving po talaga for the loan. Kasi yung ganda po ng ating mga features, yung ating loan, we cannot find it siguro sa bank. Kahit pumunta tayong bangko, wala pa tayong mahanap na ganitong mga kaganda na features ng loan. So, we want naman po na yung ating mga legitimate na businesses ang makapanghiram. Kasi meron po kasi talagang mga instances na walang business pero may FS. So, we cannot, if we are to process the loan po dun sa ganong sistema, hindi na po namin na-check kung talagang yung business kasi wala na pong tawag ito eh. So, automatic po siya eh. So, ngayon po, tumatawag na po kami.
Okay.
we do investigation na po for the accounts po.
One more question din na madalas akong matanong ng mga gustong humiram, no, or maybe hindi nila naintindihan yung the whole process itself. Yung when we say na may service fee, nagtatanong kasi yung iba, ano ba yung service fee na yan? Bakit pa kailangang ibawas doon sa ano? So maybe you can explain also to our members what the service fee is for, just so that they can get a good understanding kung saan gagamitin yon.
Okay. So kasi po una po sa lahat, yung aming service fee, yung aming po kasing cost of funds ano din po. Although bigay po ito ng government sa amin, is ano po rin kami. We are under BSP regulations. So nire-regulate po kami ng BSP kasi non-bank financial institution po kami under the BSP. And then may COA din po kami. So kino-COA din po lahat ng aming mga. Actually, ngayon po, ino-audit nila lahat ng mga applications na in-approve namin. So, yung mga ganun po. So, bukod po kasi, kami po kasi ay government financial institution. So, we are mandated to earn our keep. So, yung aming nila-loan, kailangan kinikita namin, we earn it back para meron po kaming maipa-loan sa iba. So, yun po yung a major ano lang po niyan is para po maipaikot natin yung pondo. Kasi 10 billion as against yung pong, or 8 billion as against po sa mga nangangailangan pa, is very small po talaga. So, yung ating pong 8%, ito na po yung magta-tie up sa amin for the, po, yung ating loan po ay 4 years ang term. Ibig sabihin, pag nag 2 years po tayo, nag-grace period, wala po tayo kaming payment na marireceive in 2 years. So, yun po yung aming mabubuhay po kami dun sa 8% na service fee for the next 2 years po na wala kaming income na ma-receive from the loan po, or wala kaming mako-collect na payment for the loan. At the same time po, marami pa pong kailangan ng loan, so wala na po kaming mapapahiram. So baka po sweldo ko na yung mapahiram. So sabi nga po nila, paano mangyayari po kung wala na po yung ano? Sabi ko baka po mauna kaming magsara kaysa maubos yun na. Kasi wala na po kaming pang gastos. So lang po yan, joke ko lang po sila. Yung mga so yun po, kung you can see po yung ating pong 4 years na loan term, 2 years ang grace period. So in 2 years po, wala po talaga kaming income. So yun po, mabubuhay po kami doon sa ating service fee. So we have credit investigators na binabayaran, we have collection officers na collection agencies na binabayaran, we have meron po kaming mga so yun po yung mga added, and then monitoring system, and our system itself medyo costly po yung aming online system. Even po the the Development Bank of the Philippines are very impressed po for our online loan system kasi sila po hindi nila kayang mag-come up ng ganong online system para sa kanilang loans. Okay. So, medyo costly po talaga siya. We are hiring developers left and right po para po mapabilis yung ating online system po. So, yun po. Yun po yung ating kino-cover for the service fee.
I think si Swart Lisa is ready. Pa-unmute lang. So, naka-mute kayo, Miss Lisa.
Naka-mute?
Naka-mute.
Okay. Yan.
Okay na po.
Yan. Okay.
Hello po, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Good morning.
From Puerto Galera po, Oriental Mindoro. Maulan po dito. Kamusta po?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, may question ma'am ako. Actually, ako po yung may-ari, no, may accommodation po ako dito sa White Beach. Nakapag-avail na po ako ng first loan, which is not enough. During this time, ma'am, doon sa ina-avail kong loan. Ngayon, ma'am, nag-try uli ako mag-apply directly to Palapan DTI, the second loan. And then I have a complete documents, ITR, everything po. Pero yung aking ITR na i-apply ko ng first loan, siya din yung ginamit ko at the second loan. And then after few days po, naka-receive po ako ng email mula po sa Bayanihan Cares na decline po yung aking the second loan application po. And the reason is na-use it ko na daw po yung aking amount. Hindi ko po maintindihan kung paano, ma'am, yun. Paano, ma'am, yung ako matutulungan sa ganitong sitwasyon? Especially, ma'am, ngayon, kailangan ko ng amount really for my employee like SS, Pag-ibig, everything, ma'am. And also, ma'am, my property. Wala kaming business. Paila-ilan pa lang po. Since na nagkaroon ako ng DOT permit, last year, October, nagkaroon po ako ng DOT permit. So, pailan-ilan pa lang yung nagiging guest dito sa White Beach, Galera. So, it means it's not enough po talaga yung kailangan ko para restart ko lahat po yung mga requirements ko. Kaya po nag-try akong mag-avail uli ng second loan, but it's declined daw po.
Opo. Ayan, actually na-check ko po yung ano niyo dito sa system. Discontinued nga po yung second application niyo, ma'am, kasi daw po loan, ayan, yung OB po or approved loan is already within the maximum loanable amount. So, based po kasi sa FS natin, ma'am, yun pong loanable amount natin is na-use up na po ng ating first loan. Pero, ma'am, yung application niyo po is March 24. Wait lang po. 2021, ma'am. So, hindi pa po na take effect nito yung ating pong whichever is higher. So, ang advice ko po is maybe you can try again po. Subukan po ulit natin, ma'am, mag-apply for additional loan. Kasi kung ma-apply na po yung whichever is higher, baka meron pa po tayong loanable amount from our
Yes po, pero I call already, ma'am, sa DTI office is I use it already, ma'am, the amount, my first loan. So paano ako so kaya nga sabi ko nag-try ako kasi kailangan ko talaga. Ma'am, pwede ko po ba na let's say, ma'am, nagamit ko yung ITR ko ng 2018 to 2017, yun yung ipinorward ko pong ITR and the first loan. And then last month po, May April, nabigyan uli ako ng aking house bookkeeper ng aking ITR na 2019 to 2020. Pwede ko po bang gamitin yun? Which is wala naman siya masyadong income.
Yun nga, wala din po tayong makukuhang loanable amount doon, ma'am. Kasi ang basis po ng loanable amount natin is yung ating sales at saka asset po sa ating yes, ma'am. Although ngayon po kasi whichever is higher na po. So you can submit po your 2018
to 2019
po na FS po. Pa-apply po kayo ulit kasi discontinued naman na po ito, so you can apply for try po natin ulit. Try lang po ng try, ma'am. Try mo ulit
so
online.
Kahit po ma'am ba na i-try ko na uli ng the second loan, so i-try ko uli po mag-apply.
Iba pa po yung guidelines natin nung nag-apply kayo ng second loan, ma'am. Iba na po yung guidelines ngayon.
I think, ma'am, nag-apply ako 3 months ago, my second loan.
Nakikita ko po dito, ma'am. March po kayo nag-apply, March 2024 po. So, hindi pa po in-effect itong ating bagong guidelines po ng March, ma'am.
Okay. So, possible po talaga, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Kaya mo talaga inabangan ko yung inyong
Hindi po promise, ma'am, ha? Ang sabi ko lang po, Pag mo ako hahabulin, pag hindi ka nakabulin ulit,
Kasi
ma'am.
inabangan
Try
ko
lang po,
talaga.
try.
Ma'am, sorry. Pero talaga honestly, inabangan ko talaga yung inyong Zoom eh. Kasi gusto ko talagang ma-clarify
Yes,
kung ano
kasi,
pwede
ma'am.
kong gawin.
Ma'am,
Ha?
try lang po natin. Ma'am, ano po, wala po akong pinapangako, ma'am, ha? Baka mamaya i-quote mo ako. Pero isubukan po natin. Kasi
Ay,
baka
hindi naman
tumulong
po.
ka.
Siyempre hindi. Kasi ito naman is privacy. So, no, no ma'am. Sige ma'am, I will
Hindi
try
po
on
natin
Monday,
kasi,
ma'am.
ma'am,
So,
baka
at the
mayroon
same,
pa, opo.
ma'am,
Hindi
at
naman
the
yung
same,
malone na.
all documents din, ma'am, doon sa second
Yes,
apply
ma'am.
ko.
Opo, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yun din lang po yung dadalahin ko application.
Opo. Doon po kayong
Ay, thank
ulit kayo, ma'am, doon sa www.bayanihanccares.ph. Nung first
Yes
time
po.
po, nag-assist po kayo sa DTI.
Opo. Yes
Ganun
po.
po ulit, ma'am.
Okay. So,
Okay.
nag-assist po
Ulit
talaga
sa
ako.
dito.
Dinala ko lahat yung documents ko.
Okay,
Baka
ma'am.
naman magkaroon na ng positive ngayon this time. Talagang kailangan.
Okay po.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you po.
Welcome po,
And
ma'am.
thank you, ma'am. Stay safe po, everyone. Thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Sikat na si Eloise.
Oo nga, delikado mag-share ako kasi minsan kinukota ako. Sabi ko, sinabi ko ba yun?
Anyway,
ang,
ito.
ang home address ni Eloy ay...
Huwag ganun,
Ito
sir.
yung next is si Lynn of Vacation. So Lynn, please ask your question now. Naka-mute ka, Lynn.
Ayaw yata. Nahiya ba si Lynn?
Yan.
Ayun. There we go. Go ahead.
Naka-off yung mic eh.
Oo nga. Nag-unmute.
Nakamute siya, nakamute po.
Nag-mute na siya. Nag-unmute na kanina eh. Ano pa ba to? Hi everyone, please feel... Okay. Ayun, naka-on na ulit ang camera ni Miss Lynn.
Hello.
Yun, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Sir Joe, good morning po, Ma'am Loy. Good morning, everyone. Ma'am Loy, question lang po ako. Let's say yung ITR po, pag nag-file ng loan, tag nun, dapat po ba let's say yung available is 2020 lang?
Okay. 2020. Ma'am, anong month kayo nag-start ng business, ma'am?
Matagal na rin naman po. Actually po ako yung nagtanong kanina regarding doon nagbigay kasi si BIR ng reference dati na tapos connected po ata siya sa SSS pero under SB Cares daw po siya pero after nung nag-file kami wala nang status kung ano nangyari.
Wala po kami ganun, ma'am. Online lang po yung aming application, ma'am. Hindi ko
Actually, ma'am, online yung binigay sa amin na link ng nagbigay si BIR ng parang referral tapos merong parang number tapos nag-file kami through din sa link ng SSS na sabi ng SSS kung mag-follow up kami is under SB Cares na email. Pero unfortunately, hindi na namin nagawa yun kasi wala kang nagre-reply. Pag sakali pong mag-apply kami ulit ngayon sa SB Cares mismo na link, ma'am, antag nun, yung aming BIR po ba na FS, pwede na pong gamitin yung year 2020?
Pwede naman po, ma'am. Kaya nga lang po, sa bagay, pwede naman po pala. 1 year na po pala yun. Pwede po
20, pwede rin, yung actually ma'am, yung final namin dati, 2019 pa na na IT, na financial statement.
Maganda po siguro yung 2019 natin. At kung tayong 2020, yung 2020. 2019 and 2020.
2019 po.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay. Sige ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Meron pa ba? Pati face mask ni Eloy gusto patanggal eh. Gusto daw ko daw makita ng mga
ano ko ng
Nasa
baka
opisina.
ano nakita ko
talaga
Oo.
bawal kayong magtanggal.
kukulangin na yung 4 billion yan.
Bawal po eh.
Baka mawalan pa ng trabaho si Miss Eloy pag tinanggal
So,
yung face mask.
meron pa bang questions from the group? Ito na, this is your chance to get mga clarification sa mga queries nyo. So, then again, so para mabigyan kayo ng directions ni Eloy.
Yun pong mga nahihiya, baka yung iba po nahihiyang magtanong. Pwede naman po kaming i-email kung may tanong pa po kayo. At meron pong i-share si Janie na parang para po siyang form. Kung may tanong po kayo, paki-fill up na lang po tapos we can get back to you po. Share na lang po ni para pong pre-application survey siya. Para po ma-assist namin din kayo. Kung ready na po kayo mag-apply, we can contact you po and we can assist you po with your application.
We encourage everyone, yung mga hindi pa members ng TCP to sign up, no? Because most of the information from as discussed here or even mga future communications with SB Corp, ina-upload namin yan dun dito sa chat group, even sa website, no? So if you're a TCP member, mas madali yung ma-access yung mga information. Plus, of course, I guess being, if you're a TCP member, ano ka rin, DOT accredited ka. So I guess para mas mabilis yun. Kasi as Eloy mentioned, no, meron kasing separate tayo under the tourism industry, yung SB Cares Program Tourism. So iwalay yung pondo nun. So, and ang key doon, you have to be a registered, accredited tourism entity, no? And much so, a member ng TCP. So, Joe, you have any, or Eloy, meron pa bang parting message before we formally close the forum?
Yun po. Sana po sa mga participants natin, huwag po kayong matakot mag-loan. Kasi although nagpipeak naman po natin na ngayon yung tourism natin, yun naman po ating loan, katulad po nabanggit ko, 2 years grace period. So hindi po kayo magbabayad for 2 years. So magagamit niyo po yung loan pang dugtong or pang tulong sa ating business para habang po naghihintay tayo na fully mag-open yung tourism industry natin or yung ating industriya, meron tayong pang dugtong sa ating financial needs po. So after 2 years naman po, when we reopen or kung bawa po next year, mag-reopen na po tayo, gumanda na ulit yung ating turismo, meron po tayong hindi ready po tayo na mag-open at mag-welcome ng ating mga tourists. So, dapat din po kahit medyo hindi tayo fully nag-operate ngayon, is nire-ready din po natin yung ating business for the new normal. So, matutulungan po kayo ng loan. Yeah, so, yung iba po kasi natatakot. Sabi, paano kami magbabayad? Hindi naman kami nagbubukas. 2 years grace period po ito. So, by that time naman po na going to pay your monthly amortization after 2 years pa po. So, magagamit nyo pa po, mapapaikot nyo pa po yung pondo. Yeah. Yun lang po.
Okay. To our members, no, in fairness to the small business corporation, because I think itong last year we've met with them so many times. And I find it such a pleasure to meet with SB Corp kasi very flexible talaga sila and they really listen to our concerns. Kung meron tayong mga recommendations with regard to the grace period, with regard to the loanable amounts, napapakinggan yung sinasabi natin. Of course, hindi naman lahat ng gusto natin pwedeng masunod, pero I would say that most of what we have requested for has been given, and I think yan yung kailangan talaga natin sa panahon ngayon na hindi pa natin alam talaga kung kailan tayo makakapagbukas or kailan tayo makakapag-resume. And I'm sure that as we go along, alam naman natin may nagbabadya na namang Delta variant ngayon and all of that. if need be, we will again talk to SB Corp as to ways to address that if there are any concerns, with regard to that. Um, yung sabi nga ni Miss Eloy, maraming natatakot na paano kami magbabayad pag magbukas na ulit. And, I think those are things na as far as I know or I have experience with SB Corp, mga bagay yan na pwedeng mapag-usapan talaga. And I never expected it sa totoo lang na ganito pala kadali kausap ang SB Corp. So um wag sana tayong matakot, no, kasi ito na yung parang pinakamagandang paraan na matutulungan tayo with regard to our financial concerns at this time. And I encourage, no, yung ating mga members, take advantage of it. Nandiyan naman yan at kasi may narinig din ako pag hindi natin ginamit yan, baka gamitin sa ibang assistance alleviation
Amin na lang.
project. So, keso mawala pa sa atin yan, gamitin na natin.
I agree.
Oo. Kasi hindi mo rin masisisi ang gobyerno. Marami rin ibang sektor na humihingi rin, no, at dumadaing din dahil kailangan nila ng tulong at nakikita nila, hindi naman ginagamit yun sa tourism. So, baka sabi nila,
Actually, nakaabang nga, sir, yung restaurant industry, they're asking for funds there.
yeah,
Now for
yeah,
talaga.
exactly.
So yun po, yung
Mm,
restaurants po are
mm,
knocking sa Senate na rin po, nagpa-Senate hearing na sila.
yeah.
So
Yun na
yun.
nga. Nabanggit yan, I think two senators want to get the funds from SB Corp, no, to put it into other alleviation programs. So, uh, anuhin na natin, pakinabangan na natin, gamitin na natin habang nandyan. At pag nawala na yan, malabo na tayong makakuha ulit kasi hindi natin ginamit eh. So mahihirapan din kaming i-justify later on. Let's say may Bayanihan 3 or Bayanihan 4. Ang sasagot na sa atin hindi nyo naman ginamit eh. So ba't pa kami tutulong sa inyo? I know it's a very difficult decision for some of us kasi kahit naman kami, no? Um, kasi hindi nga natin alam kung kailan magbubukas pa eh. And you have these dangers. But again, as I said, may kumpiyansa naman ako na pagdating ng panahon, madali nating makakausap ang SB Corp. And the DTI, in fairness, Sec Lopez is also very supportive of the tourism industry. And of course, our Secretary Berna Romulo Puyat is also doing what she can to support us. So, yun lang. You know, use this time, use this advantage, use this resource to keep alive during this next few months. Feeling ko naman wag ma-handle lang natin itong Delta variant and then babalik na rin ang turismo dito. Sa narinig natin at sa ating nakikita naman, we're doing our best to have it reopen. But in the meantime, SB Corp is here to help us, and Miss Eloy and her staff and everyone at SB Corp is willing to help us. So take advantage of their being there. So with that, thank you very much to all of our members, of course, and more importantly, thank you to SB Corp for giving us the time to be with you this morning and for you to discuss um, things that people have on their minds. No? If we have any further questions, Miss Eloy, we will take it from the chat box and we will forward it to you. And then we promise those who ask that we will send you the replies. And then the contact details and the links that were given by Miss Janie, we will take it down also and we will send it as a circular to our members para lang you have a reference sheet to look at. And okay lang ba for us to distribute your PowerPoint presentation, Miss Eloy, para lang maliwanag din for people?
Pwede naman po. Yes po.
Okay, thank you very much. I think people will appreciate that. So again, thank you very much, Ms. Eloy, Janie from SB Corp, to our partners this morning and to our members. Ang ating gwapong MC, si Mr. Albert Banaag, salamat. And okay, we have other sessions with the Visayas and the Mindanao regions also. But yan, we encourage you. Marami pa yung natitira. Gamitin na natin habang nandyan. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning. Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sige. Big thank you, Eloy and SB Corp.